Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another crypto video. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. And guess what, guys? We have some excitement in the market, some exciting times happening currently right now. But first and foremost, I just want to say Happy 4th of July for anybody who is watching this that does celebrate it. And we are kind of seeing fireworks happening in the market. No pun intended, of course. So, when we look here, we are seeing the market up currently about 4.95%, almost 5% overall, at about a $1.47 trillion total market cap. We do see that Bitcoin is sitting pretty at about 35 point almost 5K, currently up about 3.06% in 24 hours. 7 hours or 7 days, we are up 6.04%. And also XRP is making some moves. Currently sitting at almost 70 cents, sitting at 3.24% moved in 24 hours, and about 11.69% in 7 days. So we are making some solid moves. The market looks pretty stable, but we really need to analyze Bitcoin and a few other indicators overall. But first, we are going to be analyzing the Bitcoin chart, then the XRP chart, because Bitcoin is more important right now, as it does kind of leverage the entire market if we do go up or also down. So, without further ado, let's jump into this. So, right now, I made a video yesterday. It was actually an HBAR video, so most people who are in XRP probably didn't watch it. Totally fine. I can kind of summarize it for you. Basically, I said that we needed to get back into this zone here in order to have some upward movement. Currently, we are fighting a little bit of resistance at that 35.5K zone, if you will. The actual point of resistance is about 35.7K, but we can't really clear 35.5K currently. So we could technically say that that is the point of resistance. It's actually the point of resistance from back on June 25th as well. So we can kind of move this candle or this horizontal line down a little bit. So that is basically the resistance level to kind of break right now in order to have that upward movement. Now, in terms of the next price target for it, it's about 36.3K. And the reason why 36.3K is because it's the resistance level that we kind of found on June 29th. Until that is broken, we won't have too much upward movement. Now, of course, we already kind of are up a decent amount. People are kind of getting excited. I see it all over kind of Twitter. People are saying this might be it. Of course, it's hard to tell because Sundays are usually bloodbaths as well. Even if we go back to the 27th, which was this day, we actually had a massive pump up. Now, it doesn't happen like that every single weekend. For an example, here is the 20th, right? We had a bloodbath of a weekend, and it followed by a bloodbath of a Monday. Weekend prior to that was the 13th. The 13th was great. So if we do follow that same pattern of a good day, good day, we most likely will have a bad day here. But I don't think that's going to follow that pattern. I actually think that this pattern is going to play out perfectly where we do get back into the high 30Ks and possibly continue our movement up. Because I mentioned that we are possibly in a wave 5 distribution pattern where we will eventually get to the wave 5, and when we get to that wave 5, that's where we go to parabolic highs, go past our all-time high, kind of go into price discovery, if you will. And that's where, a lot of people will be saying 100K plus, whatever. Watch for signs of manipulation because I don't think that 100K is possible this bull run. I think that our top is about 75 to 85K, me personally. That is just what I believe so, at least. So, why do I have the volume chart under here? Well, good question. So, we are seeing this pump up, and we're seeing the volume kind of range lower. The volume is not currently there in instance with the pump up. For an example, when we do see something like this massive green candle, you can see that the volume is pretty high. And right now the volume is kind of, ranging down a little bit as we range up. So usually when that happens, we get a massive pullback. Now, of course, like I said, I'm not expecting a massive pullback or anything like that, but we could retest some sort of low. We could technically retest the low that is on this candle, which would bring us back down to about 34K almost flat. I wouldn't be surprised by that. And then we would most likely get a breakout above 36.3K to kind of reclaim that 50-day MA of about 36.7K exact. Now, like I said, Bitcoin is extremely important to really watch right now because that is ranging the entire market. Now, what we are seeing is some price movement up, and I mentioned this multiple times as well in the past. With Bitcoin, what we essentially want to really kind of be in a massive bull run where we're seeing parabolic highs being made, people going out and pre-ordering the Lambo, whatever the case may be, right? Basically, what we want to see is something where Bitcoin is ranging higher and higher and higher, and we come over to Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin dominance is kind of doing the same thing that's kind of doing now, where we just trend downward. Now, right now, Bitcoin dominance is actually looking very bullish, if you will. Looks like a solid downward path. I mentioned a few target points that I want to be targeted. First off, we were ranging to get to that 48.74 level. I'm very, very happy that we didn't get to that. I want to see us back down at 43.43%, if you will. That is pretty much the bottoming out point that we've seen multiple times. Now, once we kind of break that level, we could kind of target that 41% and kind of go lower. Now, we could possibly, I would love to see us back down in the 30s, which is down here. That is about 39.66%. We do have to watch here because, again, like I said, Sundays are usually bloodbaths for Bitcoin. The best thing here, though, is the fact that Bitcoin dominance is ranging lower. We got to really analyze this. I still don't think that we're going to see a bloodbath. It's possible still, of course, but I'm personally just not seeing it because we are aligning with the wave 5 that we are technically in, if I had to tell you guys. So I do think that we range higher until we see a massive resistance zone being broken. Like, for an example, this target here of about 36.3K, sorry, until we could see that broken, which is right here on the graph. Then we could kind of say, all right, well, we could celebrate once that is broken. Until then, basically, this is kind of just like a pump up for Bitcoin. But we do see that we just broke out of 35.5K. We do want to break this line here. So what does that mean for XRP? Basically, with XRP, XRP is showing some strength opposed to, again, it's kind of just following Bitcoin, if you will. Now, when we look at this, we see that we bounced off of that 70-cent zone, that resistance zone, if you will. So until this level is broken, we won't see higher targets being kind of targeted for XRP currently. Now, again, like I said, if Bitcoin is ranging higher to go to that 37K plus zone where we target 38K and possibly even, mid-tier 40Ks, which would be extremely bullish, I think that could also align with the Monday pump. Because if we actually look here and we go to past Mondays, for an example, the 28th, right? The 28th wasn't that extravagant. This is pretty much the 28th, which led us into a green Tuesday. Monday before that was about the 21st. The 21st was a bloodbath. But the 14th, if we come back to the 14th, was a great day for us. We actually ranged up into those 40Ks. Now, of course, what actually happens with this and what helps us is the indices. And if we actually look at that, we can kind of go over to the stocks, or actually just let's go to S&P 500. So what we want to see is the S&P 500 kind of continuing this path here. Now, this isn't live. The S&P 500 and all the indices are kind of down over the weekends. They kind of close on Fridays and then reopen on Mondays. So if we could watch the S&P 500 really break out, as well as the Dow Jones. Let me just type in the Dow Jones. 1 second. So if we could actually see, I don't know why this isn't showing. All right, so there we go. So if we could actually see the Dow break above this level here, I don't think that this is actually the right one. 1 second, sorry about this. Leave that. But yeah, if we watch Bitcoin kind of range higher here while watching the markets kind of turn green on Monday, for an example, that would be very extremely bullish for us. The Dow Jones did close at 152.82 points ahead. S&P 500 32.4. If these can continue this upward path and not open green or red, that would be very bullish for crypto. Now, you might be wondering, why would that be bullish? Well, it's, stock markets and crypto kind of rely on each other, if you will. I shouldn't say they rely on each other. I would say that crypto more so relies on the indices to really kind of do good. Of course, this would be very bullish. Now, we do also have to look at the DXY. The DXY is also very interesting to kind of watch for major price action, because right now we are still sitting at some key levels to really look for. Like I said, I have a few drawings here. I do apologize for those, but when we look at this, we kind of want to see this fall. We want to see this fall below these MAs here, which is the 50, 100, and 200. I want us back down into the 80s. Personally, like, even if we target just this zone here, that would be very bullish for us. But I do want to watch the indices kind of open, so I will definitely be watching them on Monday. Again, we also have to watch for Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of is breaking above this horizontal line as I am recording this live. So I'm really kind of bullish on what's going to happen next. I definitely think that XRP will follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin can really range a lot higher. I think that we could possibly see a nice Sunday pump, and also this will lead us into a green week as well. A lot of these prices that we are seeing in the market right now currently won't be seen forever, right? These are the last times that we will see a lot of these prices. Even during this entire bull run, a lot of the prices that we've seen so far are kind of just not even realistic targets, if you will, because XRP didn't even hit all-time high. So until we kind of get above the all-time high, then we could really say, all right, well, all the prices behind us are kind of just unrealistic anymore. We won't be seeing those ever again, especially if we do hit high targets like $10 plus. Now, a lot of these are still very cheap. Like, for example, XRP is still very cheap, under 70 cents for me personally. And I think that if we range into this major green week that I do suspect that we most likely will have, especially if it, depending on the stock exchange, how that opens, depending on the DXY and Bitcoin overall, then we could really kind of see what's going to happen in terms of the market. But I am suspecting major bullish events to happen this week coming up. I don't think that we're exactly out of the waters yet. We definitely have to watch for some, price volatility. But the volume is not looking too strong with the price action movement upward. So we do have to watch for that overall. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys are bullish or bearish. I am very bullish on XRP and the overall crypto market. I think that we are very well still in a bull run. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys can follow me on Twitter at ncashofficial. You guys could also join the free Discord down in the description below. Nonetheless, I hope that you all have a beautiful 4th of July and also a great day or a great night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.